Welcome everyone. This is Vivian and I am back with The Buzz, which is a fun, easy, casual show where I interview people who play VR esports. So when they play VR games competitively, most of them come from VR Master League, but sometimes we have people from Val or from CVRE. So today we have a team called Warfair, and they're like I want to say like my new favorite team, but they're right here, so I don't want them to get. So this is Warfare, and they play a game called Onward, which I'm sure that you know because that's the game that I play, and that is the majority of the teams that I interview. Although we do have some Pavlov teams and Echo teams. So anyway, so glad to have you guys here. Welcome. Yeah. So let me tell you why I wanted to have Warfare on. Because they have a really cute logo. Well, they did. Well, I'm simple. Like, I don't need to be too complicated. You know, sparkly things, and you have my attention. All right. Thank you. I wanted to petition for it. I'm sure we could show it. Good. Good. But not just that, but I'm a caster as well and a player, so I've played with them. And I casted their first game last season, and it was like the first and last game of that season, right? You guys remember it, and I'm sure you're like, "Oh gosh, that was." Yeah, fair enough. And then they matched you. Yeah, but it was good. Yeah, get it out of the way. Yes, it was casted. I did because I like to cast new teams so that they have footage to watch again. And I want to say like so you can look back and see how far you've come, but I do not watch any of my games that I played in the first season. So I just say that. I don't... Oh, really? Oh,
Oh.
I only wanted to be the one talking. Thank goodness we were talking secrets. Well, I haven't done introductions yet, so that's good. Apologies for that. And they were saying yes, they knew it. They were gonna bring back the glitter logo, so that was the
Maybe.
main discussion.
Maybe.
Then you can't change your mind
Oh,
now.
it's coming
I
back.
don't know.
Okay, so I was saying
It's a
that,
secret.
as you know, it was their first season last season, and then they came in season 10 for Onward, and honestly, you don't know what to expect of new teams because you don't play with them often, but you might see them in lobbies. But however, we did play with Object, and we'll do an introduction briefly here. But you guys were like just out the gate, killing it this season. So then I knew I had to follow you guys this season. But let's do an introduction now that people can hear you for sure.
Can they? Are we good?
Can you hear us?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
They say it's good now.
I can hear. What does it? Okay, there's an audience. Cool. All right. Well, let's start with the top next to me here. We have a mouse,
Yep.
Hello. I'm Anonymous.
but not a mouse. And then we'll go over here to Sneeze.
Oh, yeah, I'm Sneeze. I'm actually Skater's wife as well.
Not a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, I'm a 30-year-old woman.
Not a 13-year-old male. That's
Hey, we all have to play that part sometimes.
Because it doesn't matter.
Well,
We
speaking
clearly have
of-
nothing against 13-year-old boys, so
Of course.
Thank you. So let's talk to Crispy Nugget here.
All right. Yeah, I'm Crispy. I don't know, but I'm probably the youngest League player. I think.
I think
I'm
so
right.
because I said you were. So
Yeah.
So
of
so it's
course.
true.
It's
So-
true.
well, yeah, because I tell the truth.
Setting records on this team.
Of course. Yeah.
All right, and then the next one who is also young,
Who's that?
right? It's you in the center.
Yeah. Okay. That's me. Hi, I'm D. Dyslexic. That's me.
Or Daz. I was told to call you
Daz.
Daz. I know that now, so now for the cast, I'll remember. And
You
then
can call me
our
literally anything.
okay, cool. Our favorite vegetable.
Yeah,
course.
that's broccoli. It better be your favorite vegetable.
Oh,
is.
you know what? What about potato? There are several potatoes.
Isn't
The
it?
potatoes
Is
are
potato a
alright.
vegetable?
For the longest time, I thought a potato was a fruit.
Think a potato is a fruit.
It happens in the best of us.
Potatoes used to be on Canada's food guide. Fun
A
fact.
potato
That's
is a
thing in the
tuber.
past.
What's a tuber?
What?
Wait,
Make
what?
That up.
All right,
Making that
new
up.
team
It's those
name.
roots.
Who knows what that is?
Well, let's go to Sneeze's husband and the captain. Right?
Yeah. Skater.
Skater.
It still says
I'm
no
Skater.
audio
I'm the
from-
captain.
Okay. Yes. Welcome. Welcome, all of you. I do want to point out the wonderful blue man down there. Now,
Man.
tip or woman, hey, we don't know. And maybe
Yeah, you
a
never know,
13-year-old
not with this
boy, a
voice.
35-year-old
Oh, no.
woman, we don't know. So typically,
Oh, no.
you do have to have a camera to come on the show. The only exceptions I've made is when somebody showed up and I didn't know them, and so they didn't have one. And then another time it was Highfish from Boss Fight, because it's Highfish. He's like my favorite. And then this time it's Object Variable. One, he's a really awesome player. He's played scrims with us very often, and he is in WITSEC, right?
WITSEC?
Yeah, like
Witness protection?
Right.
No. I keep my identity anonymous for work related.
On a mouse? They're not a
Anonymous.
miss.
Yo, man, I say that all the damn time. I say that all the time now.
I get that-
because
I get
it's stuck
that
in my
too.
head.
Yeah.
But no, anonymous. I'm not a mouse. I get that all the time now, mixed up. Thank you, Anonymous, for that, by the way.
The best thing
My
ever.
keyboard auto corrects it too.
To anonymous.
Oh, mine does
Like
too.
I don't
Don't
have
worry.
to type anonymous.
Isn't that
that
funny?
often,
When you type regular words now and it changes, like if I type night, it will go to Nightfire. If I, type anything like a walk, it goes to Wiki, and it just, that's hilarious. So anonymous, that's probably going to change on my keyboard. That's how you know how close you are as a team. So let's get to it. I want to ask you guys, first of all, how are you guys so good?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
We practice
Well,
a lot.
Yeah, we
I don't
practice
feel
a
like
lot.
we're that
What's a
good.
lot? Like
We
So-
use scrims like every other day.
Nah, yeah, I think it was every day for a while.
Yeah.
I think like there was a little while there where we scrimmed Global Chem like every week. And
Yeah.
somehow everyone knows who Object Variable is. So like he's filling in for teams
Do
left
we-
and
He gets
right
around.
on their
know.
scrims. We all know who he is. No one knows what he looks like. But
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also practice by like focusing on specific things. So sometimes we'll have like a weekly goal where each person gets their own weekly goal that they're supposed to focus on. And it could be something like, try moving around faster or work on buddy system stuff, So 'cause each of
Yeah.
us have
Yeah,
different
we do
areas
stuff
can
like
improve on.
Do you guys give out stickers? And I totally
Gold
not.
stars.
no, but we
sarcastic.
totally should.
Maybe
Why
we
would
should sell them.
should have stickers.
I'll
We need
I'll
to get
stick
our
one on my
logo
PC.
straightened out.
I would like a sticker.
I'll stick
we
one
need
on
to
my
get that logo
forehead
straightened out.
every time I go on camera.
I think so. Yeah, like look at, he obviously is running in tandems and he has stickers, right? So I'm just looking at the chat here, and Nathy, my biggest
Oh, yeah, I
fan,
can
he says Crispy is probably the most badass esports player in the VR
That's true.
scene right now. I
That's
don't know if you
true.
know Nathy. He's a pretty big streamer. I'm his biggest
Spirit
fan,
animal.
So yeah. Anyway, oh look, much love from Animal House, and that's Wicked Hex. All right, so I want to hear what kind of things you practice though. Like throw out like who just got a sticker. Tell me someone's goal that they just achieved?
All right. Yeah. Well, I think I remember Sneeze was working on moving faster a little bit because
I'm usually like
you know,
the last
it's-
one left alive, and I move so cautiously, you know, and I don't want to be the last person alive, and I wasn't keeping up because I was like, you know, if you don't know the maps that well, or if you're nervous, you know,
Yeah,
I
you take it
hold back.
slower.
So
there's
like,
nothing wrong with
I
that.
spend
you know,
a
but
long
I think,
time trying to work on moving quicker, you know, and like having confidence while playing the game.
Well, what we'll do is I'll watch how a lot of our other
Who said
players
that?
play Object. I'll watch how a lot of how everybody else on the team plays, and I'll review and look for weaknesses or things that maybe they don't try. They're out of their comfort zone, and I'll be like, hey, you should try this week, or like Dyslexic. I've given drones before, like
Yeah.
had him try just scouting with drones or Sneeze with the speed stuff, like because I noticed that she would be last alive a lot, so I wanted her to mess with rushing a little bit because there are some pros to rushing as well as going slow, so to know when to do both or like everybody a little bit of something, just to bring them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I got mixed signals about being last alive. It was like, so everyone would die, and everyone in the town was like, well, we are all dead, and she's last alive, and then they're like, yeah, that's good, and then someone else said, it's not always good to be last alive, and then they would switch back and forth. So I'm like, okay, I don't know which one to do because everyone keeps changing it. But
It depends. It
Right.
definitely depends because if
Yeah,
you
are
keep
you
it,
last
if
alive
you're
because you're hiding too much?
Or you last
Yeah.
alive because your whole
You're
team just
smart.
got taken out in like 5
yeah,
seconds.
exactly.
Like that's
so,
how.
there's
has
a,
that happened to you guys?
Yeah.
No,
I think once-
never.
I think it
But
happened
I
last
remember-
night. Didn't
Okay.
it?
there was some
It was
quick
just me
rounds.
and Anonymous.
on a custom map. I think we got. Well, it wasn't like we were playing as a team at the time, but we were playing on a custom map once, and I think everybody got taken out so quick at round reset. So that was one of those ones where everybody spawns
That
too
must have been
close to each
speedball.
other.
No, that's
That must have been like
hilarious.
dry
Is
run
there
or something.
Video of
No,
that?
it wasn't dry run. It was it was like
Spaceship?
that.
No, one of
The
those.
one where you
No.
can
No,
shoot
No,
right,
I'm gonna.
Paintball map?
Metropolis, where you
I
can
don't
shoot
remember.
right into it.
No, I don't know. It was It's like.
I've never heard
It
of
was
this.
one of them.
This is
one of
amazing.
them.
There's just like footage that I love to collect, and I always go back and look at for inspiration or whatever. And that I have to have this. So in the game, you have 6 minutes to achieve your goal, whichever it is, and then you swap sides and do it on the other side. And if for any reason there's a technical difficulty, or for whatever reason, your team can reset the game by basically quitting the game or killing themselves within a certain time frame after you're out of spawn jail. So if you guys were killed that fast and it was a round reset, I have to have this. I must.
I'm not gonna say it was like everyone just like there was a huge firefight and it just all went down.
Yeah.
Custom map creator, got to work on that.
Okay.
So
Do we have video of there was like it was the map suburbs where like anyone who spawned in that certain area, like half the
Oh.
team was trapped
Oh,
inside a
that's
truck
That's
for
great.
the rest of the
Yeah,
round.
that got fixed though. So
Yeah.
whoever created that map, they did a good job at fixing that fairly quickly. But yeah, we would scrim Globocam a lot on suburbs, and we'd always get stuck on a spawn inside the trucks on one of the defensive rounds.
I
That's
got
funny.
stuck in some of the.
I was
trucks,
never aware of that.
actually.
Was I there?
You were
You
there,
were
yeah.
in the truck, Skater.
Me?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
play so many
probably.
games, you never remember.
You know,
it.
I don't doubt it.
Object!
It was definitely past a week ago, so it's
It was
it's
a while
already done
ago.
and gone.
Object, remember when we were playing Spec Ops a while back and I got stuck in the floor?
Yeah, we have a picture of that.
That was like the greatest like picture of all time. It was so
It was
funny.
like just his
So-
head coming out of the ground.
It was
I love
So
Spec
anyway,
Ops.
yeah. No, Spec Ops was fun, kind of.
it's
for
just
like
fun. It's fun
10
with your
minutes. And then I never really wanted to play it again.
What? Okay. Well,
Spec Ops is
let's-
cool.
We'll get into that, and I see people. Lipinski's asking which one's your favorite map, and he's threatening you to say his. Don't worry about that. I do want to show some of the people. I do see people in the audience that don't necessarily play, like Alex. Hey, how's it going, guys? let me show you some footage, which I was told not to play. I'm gonna play it because I was there and it was pretty awesome.
Is this where you get capped on?
I think
Which one
the
do you
opposite.
think it is? Okay,
How do I
let me
see the
tell you, I
chat?
casted their game yesterday. I try to cast as many Warfare games as possible. I try to cast the same teams. I like Warfare. I like Sinister Pride. That's it. That's all. That's all. The only people. No, I'm kidding. Mayhem, Pandemonium. So I like to cast a lot of the same teams, and it's fun. You know that we have like a groove. I kind of get to know them a little bit as they play, and it helps me be a better caster and give them footage to be better players. So I casted their game yesterday, and it was amazing. It was such a good game. It was what,
It
right?
was.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
It was amazing.
It was
game.
there.
it was a very
We
good
did
game.
lose, but it didn't
You
matter
did?
because we.
Oh,
Didn't we lose?
yeah.
But it was
my
a
God.
It was a good game. We
No,
played
it was
really
good.
well.
It came down to the last round, which
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
always fun when they do. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So let me just show
yeah,
you
it's
some
mark
of
up a good game.
the footage here. Let's show the first one that I just thought was really cool. Even Crispy is all alone, but did they know he's there? Oh, he does take shots. Gonna chase the guy. Wow, what? Crispy as a nugget just knifed Milkman! You, man, somebody clip that, please. That was fantastic.
He set the C4 off. I think was
Oh,
that first
man,
one.
so
I don't
skilled.
know if it came out on the cast, but the dude was running up to Crispy with a C4 and was just gonna blow it up.
Oh, I didn't
And
see that.
and he knifed him before he was able to
It
do
was so good because I always want to do that, but then I never grab it. I end up calling the radio or something, and so
that. No,
I
it was
actually,
close.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he had
actually
them both in
practiced
hand and everything. It was ready
that
to
was
go.
awesome. So what you saw there was Crispy of the Crispiest Nuggets. He was the last man up against Ember, and
I was scared.
He knifed two of them in a gun battle. That's
It's-
amazing.
If they get too close, you just pull out the knife and stick it in front of you. They can't do anything.
Except that it's the deadliest
To
weapon
you.
in Onward
You-
because it's an instant kill. So there's no,
Unless you're wearing body armor, then it's
Yeah.
2 stabs to
Yep.
the chest.
Is it really? Because you can touch their
Yes.
toe and you're done.
I'm short, so it doesn't
Oh.
affect me.
You can touch their toe and they're instantly dead, but if you stab them in the chest with body armor, you have to stab them twice.
Of
Yes.
course.
Somebody
didn't know
confirm
that.
this
I'll
in
test that.
Onwardian.
I need to confirm this.
Yeah, somebody
It's
confirm
it's
this
true.
fact.
Yes.
Yo, guys, hold on. Let me go get some body armor. I'm joking.
Yeah. So
I
and
swear,
her
Crispy
AF is in the
stabbed me in the
chat.
chest when I was wearing armor.
He is that's AF is obviously Hailfire from Ember, the captain of Ember, and you told me, Skater, that he is the one that got you into the game.
He got me into the league. Yeah.
Into the league.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been playing. I'm not gonna say how long I've been playing.
What?
but
Why
he
not?
sort of picked me up.
It can't
was-
be more than
In
3
all
years.
honesty, it was probably one of the most awkward introductions I've ever had to a person. But
I
You
can.
tell.
I agree.
no, it was. So I've been playing, and Hailfire is like, he was like, I don't know if he just saw that I was just playing like an idiot or something like that, but he started like kind of showing me the ropes, and I called him on Discord, and we were having all these weird audio issues. So I just kept like running, and he's like, no, Skater, don't do that. I'm like, dude, I can't hear you. What the hell am I doing? And I was just like, it was just for like an hour this went on, and but a lot of like the league strats that I learned initially came from him.
Mine
Just like
too.
rushing up to certain spots, trying to
Yeah.
take, certain angles. I've never used the LMG since then, which I don't think would surprise him, but maybe disappoint him a little bit.
Yeah, because that's his
Uh,
jam.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
LMG
Um,
for the win.
Or just
Of course.
or just capping on us like without.
Okay. Well,
lately that's been his jam.
So to be fair, okay, the first map went to Ember, Hailfire capped, and honestly, yes,
That was really
you guys
well done.
didn't win the overall game, the whole overall series, but there were so many great moments. You know what I mean? That like,
And that's what counts.
It really does, and I don't mean that to
Yeah.
be like, oh, that's what matters, having fun, but it's true.
Yeah.
Because to get to the end of the, to be the winner of the overall, season, you don't have to play to get to number 1. I mean, you secure your spot to get into the top 7, but then anyone can go for that 8th spot to compete. So it's all like a learning experience, and you get to play really good teams and fun teams. You learn different styles, and that allows you to kind of mold your own style. So Ember did a great job in that that first map, and it did come down to some close rounds. But I want to I'm sorry, Switch, I love you from Ember, but I have to play this clip because it's amazing. Now, that cap that Daz did was so good. I believe there was a drop. I think Hailfire dropped during that round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I
Yeah, that
got a
sounds
message
right.
afterwards
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
like,
he was
he was just like,
sitting
lightning
northeast of that
literally,
hangar, I think.
yeah, lightning literally hit my head, or something. He said literally.
We heard the thunder over his
His mic.
over the game.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Well, let's pretend we're not gonna give them any excuses. Let's pretend all 5 were
No
up.
excuses.
Okay?
Of course.
So let's say all 5
No
were up.
excuses.
On the side of Warfare, they were all mowed down. Fair to say, they were all mowed down. So then technically, Dyslexic here in the center didn't know that he was going against only 4. To him, it was probably like, I'm going up against 5. And anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna show the clip. Let's just watch the clip.
It was the great.
The greatest. He makes
Yeah.
it
You
in.
cut out.
It was
6 seconds. Is he going to go and cap? He could cap. Oh my God, he could cap. He could cap. Oh my God, he did it! Unbelievable! Oh my God, amazing! So good, right? Do you see? I was freaking out afterwards. That was
We like screamed so loud when he won.
yeah.
Oh, Chris,
We
you
were
did.
like celebrating.
No, I want to hear what was happening in the tent. You guys, like, walk me through
No,
the
I
tent.
think we were all cheering pretty loud. Yeah.
We screamed. It was.
Yeah, it was. Well, there was no other way out of it for us. It was 2 to 3. So, at that point, just watching like Dyslexic be like the last one up, it's like, what was he gonna do? So at that point where he was at, really, I mean, he could have gotten lucky, but when you're one person against a couple or a few, and when you shoot, you give away your position.
Right.
And I think Ember is going to be pretty quick to take advantage of that. So we were at a pretty big disadvantage. So capping was really the only way out of it. And
Absolutely. I
to
agree.
get
there
those 2 points and to take the map was great, because it made the 3rd map that much better.
Yeah.
I agree,
Um,
but I do want to point out that he capped with 6 seconds left on the clock by the time it was
Yeah,
sent.
yeah. That was crazy.
Wow, I didn't even
I'm
realize
gonna say
that.
5 seconds. Yeah, no, because I knew that you can cap within that time period, and I've seen you cap. I think I even made a comment about it.
He's
On
so
Snow Peak.
fast.
I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
another
I
Snow
think,
Peak map.
yeah, on Snow
Yeah.
Peak, it was the southern objective.
It was against
I-
Sinister Pride.
I clipped it and I put it into our caster channel, and I said, I think this is the fastest cap I have seen.
Mm-mm. He's done faster. It's crazy.
No way! No, not this
Absolutely.
one. The South Hanger one, that was like 2.5 seconds. It was insane.
oh that previous.
Yeah.
one.
So then when I
That
saw
was
the
insane.
time,
That was
I
awesome.
thought Hale was in that position because
Oh.
that's typically where he is. But then I was like, wait a minute.
that was on Snow Peak too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was also
Yeah.
Snow
He
Peak.
only caps Snow Peak.
Yeah, only Snow Peak, no other.
Do we
It's-
have that footage with us?
We have so much footage, but I don't have it queued up.
Oh, gotcha. No worries.
Again, that's another one that's like it looks better from like the point of view that I got the recording of, because
Well, we wanna see that.
because you can see like your hand. I'm not gonna. I'd have to look for it,
Yeah.
and I have so much video to go through still, but
All right.
you can see like the hand moving to like punch the numbers in, and I see his hand come up and it moves like twice and it's done. It's like rounds already over.
I
think you
can't
punch the
memorize
numbers.
The numbers.
And all the numbers were different too. It's nuts. It's like, I don't know. I
yeah.
didn't even think you could do it that fast.
Yeah, I
But we're
know.
great.
I thought 3 seconds was the
We're
fastest.
grateful for it.
No, that was amazing. It was an incredible play. I had to like take a pause after that because It was
We've all been
high stakes.
able to clutch rounds too, which is great. It's fun to be able to do
Sneeze,
that.
I've
and
seen you
it's,
clutch
I think it's
rounds.
an
for sure.
Mhm.
Anonymous. All of you.
yeah. It's it's fun to be able to do it. I don't not always on like a casted match, but
Yeah.
Does getting casted make you nervous?
No.
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 I don't realize until
No.
the beginning and the end.
you know what?
They're all
I think
liars.
it did.
It doesn't make it.
I think it did in our first match because
Yeah, probably in the
last
beginning.
season during Sinister Pride, because it was the first time we'd ever played together as a team, and a lot of these guys were pretty new to the game too.
I only had like 40 hours.
It was the first time I had played with Object Variable, short of like getting introduced to him in a lobby. And I think probably the first time Object played with us as well.
Oh yeah,
So-
it definitely was.
So we were nervous to just have a league match in general, because nobody really knew what they were doing yet. And then that we were getting casted too, it was just like,
Yeah.
but it was great because like that really helped going into this season. Coming into season 10, like, our first match was interesting because we didn't know what to expect. We were up against the Hand of Death. It was really like our first like actual legitimate league match. We never played those guys before. And then wasn't it our second match, Sinister Pride?
Fourth was Sinister.
Or fourth.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
had
We
a
play a
challenge
lot.
each week, so we played
Yeah,
4 times.
Yeah,
the
I
first
mean
time.
your rematch with them.
Oh, because we played we played Spaces Aces
Mhm.
and
Delta
Delta
Squad.
Squad. And then we
and
got
Delta
Sinister.
Squad.
Yeah.
And Delta
We played-
Squad, Anonymous' former Delta Squad.
Yep.
And
That's a squadron school. What? I'm trying to come up with names. Right? If you're a war fairy, is that correct? Am I wrong?
War Fairy.
Maybe.
Warfair.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
Someone else said that. I don't remember. It was somebody else that was just like, yeah, that's right, war fairy. That's correct.
Of course.
We're all
Well, we
little
put in a
war
lot of work,
fairies.
like in the off season. Like we were saying before.
Yeah.
We scrimmed like every day for a while.
Yeah. It
Just trying to
definitely
build
shows.
team synergy and everything.
So I did wanted to ask you guys your team philosophy. Like what's the thing that you guys always have to repeat to each other over and over again?
Good try. or
Stop
awkward,
peeking out when you
rather.
don't have to.
Good
I usually say
try.
stay alive.
Yeah,
Stay alive.
that's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well, I
usually
think-
say at the beginning. But
Yeah.
but that's not like what we play for. We play because we enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we want to get better, and we want to like just see ourselves progress.
It's
That's so
like
sweet.
it's like one of the hardest things about Onward
Right?
is just keeping your spirits up. When like the way I think I was saying this in the lobby the other day to somebody is like everybody can be as good as Global Chem, and you're still gonna have somebody in last place. And every match you're gonna have a loser. So it's like statistically impossible to. Well, I guess unless you're Global Chem.
Well, I mean,
It's
they've
like
lost
statistically
before
impossible.
too, and they'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
they
that
lost.
it took them time to get to where they are. I mean, keep in mind, everyone, Global Chem, they've been around forever. They've played together. They've kept a lot of the same rosters. They play like Thunder was telling me like 35 hours. They play every night with each other. So,
that's
definitely. But
great.
they've
They're
had
great
their
guys,
their
too.
loss too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's really important, and I definitely always say that someone has to have a bad moment because someone else is going to have a good moment. Just like you're going to have a good moment, that's going to be someone else's bad moment. That I always think about the great moments. I didn't really think about, like, I'll always remember this cap. Later on, I might not remember who you played. I might not remember who was up, but I will remember that cap that you did. So that's what I try to think. It's like when you go to the gym, everyone's like, I don't want to go to the gym. People are looking at me. Like, no one's looking at you. Everyone's afraid. Everyone's looking at themselves, So it's the same thing. And I'm glad you guys have that positive attitude. That is the hardest thing about Onward, the mental game.
It's not the
Yeah,
most. It's
I always try and
yeah.
come out of a match having learned something new. Like there are some
Yeah.
nights where maybe like I'll get completely curb stomped, but I'll be like really happy because like I found a new spot to hide. I like saw a new defense strategy. I tried something new and it failed, so now I know not to try it again. And it's like, I've gathered
Yeah.
all kinds of new things maybe from that session. And it doesn't really matter like if I did well in terms
Yeah.
of kills or anything. I counted like, did I figure something out tonight? And then some nights I play and I'm like, man, I didn't learn anything. And, and that's what makes me bummed out, after a game, is if I didn't try anything, or learn something new.
Yeah, that's a good attitude.
I like to assure, like, if we get, like, I've been in games before where like people get capped on and everyone's like super pissed off about it, and I really like to just like bring it back to reality.
Yeah.
And I'll tell everybody, and I've said this a few times, hopefully not too much to like start irritating anybody, but I'd rather us get capped on than not, if it's going to happen. Like if we're set up in a defense spot and we don't get capped on and we win, like, it's not gonna help us. If we're in a defense position that we're open, I'd rather them just cap on us and get it over with, and then we'll learn from that.
Yeah.
So
I totally hear you, and I totally subscribe to that mentality, because like my team, we were like on a losing streak, but you wouldn't know it because we're having a lot of fun. That's why I'm like, I totally forgot that Ember ended up winning because of the trades back and forth. But like Animal House, they're in here, the chat, and I've also interviewed them. They've actually helped us a lot with my first team. The Animal House was the one that like really trained us up. We played them and they demolished us. Like, it was not like, oh wow, they beat us. I mean, they like ate us alive. They capped on us twice. They did exactly what everyone wants to do. You want to cap, win defense, cap again. That's what they did to us. And then and there's footage of us in the tent. We're like,
the 5-0, yeah.
Yeah, we were just like, well, that kind of sucked. All right, next. And then it was funny because we're like, I guess we'll just like pick Volk instead of map. And then Enigma was like, he's like, not that that's helping us. And then we all laughed. And then the next map we won. So
It's funny you mentioned that. We had, right before our Ember match yesterday, like not even a week ago, we played Ember in a scrim. And I consider us pretty strong at Quarantine. Quarantine's one of our strong maps, I would say. And they managed to cap on us twice in the Quarantine map. So we ended up, on our third pick, we ended up saying, hey, could we play that again? And they did it again. So we were like, all right, these guys
and then we banned it for the match.
We did ban it for the map, but I was like, all right, this made us think about like more just where we're open for some unique spots. Because one thing that really opened me up to too is that the teams in different divisions play differently. So like we mostly played diamond tier, master tier, and bronze tier, and that's like it. We didn't ever really practice a lot with the teams in the middle. So when we were going up against gold and stuff like that for the first time, we were not ready for some of the holes in our defense that they exploited.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we ended up accepting the challenge from them anyway with those many caps on Quarantine. But I thought that was a good to note.
Yeah, I think we were able to kind of feel things out too. And some of it we got. I mean, we worked hard for that too. It was we were definitely thinking throughout that whole match. Like I remember we started on Downfall, and it's like immediately we lost the first round as Marsoc, but like we like lost it hard, and we just kind of played it stupid, so especially when you're playing teams like this, you really have to react. I mean, even it's not even just the different tier teams play different. Every team plays different.
Sure.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And
but I will notice patterns in the divisions. Like,
certainly.
Like a lot of the master tier teams or diamond tier teams will play a specific way because it counters all these specific pushes and or whatever. And then the bronze tier might be opening some of those positions. Or I think there's just a pace that is set kind of across the board for the divisions. Like you look at some of these master tier teams, and they're going to be far more patient than, let's say, a lot of the bronze tier teams. So they'll take the whole 6 minutes. Like look at beginners or even Globochem. They'll hold the position the whole time and just wait.
They'll do it for different reasons too. Like they know they're playing mind games with you sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes.
and, that's fun. That's those different tactics are certainly that's what's fun about Onward too, is there's so many different ways to play it, and you're constantly growing and constantly learning things. That was another philosophy I had when starting this team up too, is for me, the reason I love this game so much is I'm not just getting in and playing and just playing an FPS. I have to think, and you're always thinking. You're trying to pay attention. You're trying to react. You're trying to see how is my team playing? How am I playing? How am I going to fit into all this? And I think we're all here for the same reasons, really. Like Crispy joined with a friend of his, and I think his friend ended up not joining the league at the time, because Crispy was totally in the same mindset that I was. And so we're all here for the same reasons, and I like to, being like the captain, I kind of have last word in a way, when it comes to tactics that we use or plays that we do. But I also am if somebody wants to try something, I'm going to let them try it, because that's why we're here. We're all here to try stuff. And if you have something on your mind and you want to do it, that's what's fun. That's what's fun about this game. So I wanted to give everybody that opportunity to just be fair. If people are going to try something, it's not going to work. It's fine.
I want to hear something really ridiculous that you guys were that totally did not work. Just something totally out there.
I thought you were gonna say something totally ridiculous that does work.
Oh well, I've already seen you guys do that with your knife kills and your at the last seconds and the C4
something.
body. Yeah, let's hear it, Crispy.
Yeah. Okay.
As a shield player, As a shield player, instead of just giving normal call, sorry. As a shield player, instead of just giving normal callouts, I'll start aggressively yelling at the other person, just to make them annoyed, and then they'll try and run at me. But in the same time, I'm letting them know, my teammates know exactly where they are, so it gets them really, really mad, and it's really funny.
I don't have any objective reasoning to believe that it works, but when I see it, I as a captain too, and as I'm 3 times Crispy's age, and I'm man, I got this kid running around yelling with a shield at people, but it really gets people off kilter.
Really?
Too, in the match.
Crispy doesn't.
It depends on the person.
Anonymous. It's whenever I hear Anonymous, I'm he's here to troll me. That's what I think. I hear your voice. Maybe because I play with you more. But you know what? You bring up a good point. You have young players on your team. We have a player on our team that's young, under 18 as well. And I always say he's the adult of the team. He's rather serious and tries to get us to focus a lot. So they're totally here with their parents' permission. Their parents being Sneeze and Skater at this point. But talk about that dynamic, because in VR, players are typically older, especially in the early stages, because it's expensive technology to adopt. So they typically skew older. But your team, you have the youngest players on the league.
To be honest, Anonymous had left Delta Squad, and he was looking for a team at the time. He kind of strolled into our Discord, and I pretty much just asked him why did you leave Delta Squad? What was your reasoning? And he explained it to me. I'm all right, that's good. You're in. That's fine. Because I just wanted to kind of get a sense for why he was in the game, and what he was, kind of what was driving him and stuff. And I felt I got that from the answer. And it was a couple months later that he's oh, I'm 13. And we were all BS, man.
Oh, I did not believe that either when you popped in here.
I honestly never
I did not believe that.
So
there's something I just don't understand, and it's the fact that Anonymous is only a year older than me, and he's around a 1.5 feet taller than me.
A 1.5 feet taller in a year.
My son is 13 and he's 6'4", so it can happen.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, I still make the rules though.
It's not allowed.
I'm a 4'6".
I'm just saying that he's
good
younger
shield
than my
player,
daughter. My daughter is taller than me. Well, I'm in the age now where you start to shrink. So
Crispy, it'll happen.
Crispy's
soon.
obviously in the younger side, and I talked to him about that, when he was joining the team, and I knew too, like even just there's no like hiding it, and certain players express their annoyance, I guess, with some younger players in the league, so, or just in pubs or in lobbies. So I knew that like bringing somebody on the team was like kind of a risk in a way, and I didn't want to get like I didn't want I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but like I was thinking to myself, like I was playing tons of games when I was that age, and man, if I had the opportunity to join a league and play a game that I love, that'd be awesome. I'm not going to like not give somebody that chance, so I at least let him try out.
Yeah.
And man, he owned it. Like the first time we played in like a comp lobby, and we're all starting out, and he goes up and like caps on the guys like twice. And
awesome.
I think one of our first like scrims too, we're in suburbia, and Crispy's always like right there. He's good he's always good with communication. He calls out, he makes great call outs. He's always checking his tablet, staying with everything, follows direction great. And I remember we smoked, it was like the burning house objective in suburbia, and we smoked it. I saw an opportunity. I'm like, this is well covered. I know where everything's going. I'm like, Crispy, come out here and cap right now.
I remember this.
He's out less than 30 seconds. We got the 2 points. It was great. So, like just, he's been a really good asset, and he's like the only shield player on our team at the moment too. So,
and a killer one.
He really likes running it, and he owns that. So it's been good. I think.
Which actually, I have a question for Crispy regarding the shield on topic and everything. How do you feel about tomorrow's changes?
If they ruin it in a way that makes it so it's not useful anymore, like I can't cover myself while I run at other people. I don't care if they make it so like it's less like you can't see as much or like anything. Just don't do like anything that just makes it so the shield can break. It makes it smaller. No, please say they're not doing that because it ruins everything.
Crispy, correct me if I'm wrong, but the game doesn't allow your actual height. Don't you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't allow it.
I forgot about
Crispy
this.
is physically shorter than the shield right now.
He sprints at full speed
feels,
with the shield covering his entire body.
It's
amazing.
his advantage.
I just have like my little.
There are some spots in the game where sometimes someone else on the team, like, was it you, Skater, who was like, okay, for defense, I'm going to put you over here, and now just peek through this little slit here, and you can see everything, and it's like above my head, and I was like,
you have me.
Yeah, I remember that. I feel
like
bad
you're a
about that
different
little bit.
height, like.
Yeah. I think that happened. We played. There's a spot in Bazaar, and I think on the cast, everyone was like, "What is she looking at? Like she's just looking at the wall." Me, but I can't. I was seeing over, but it did look funny. It looked like I was just looking at the wall, giving call outs against the wall. So I feel ya. Sure, people gotta stick together. I played the game when it was back before the shortest you could be. You could adjust to was 5'4", I think.
Wow.
Well, that would have been a nightmare for me.
It was. We were the crouch potatoes.
I'm still a crouch.
That's great.
Yeah.
We almost had a different name coming into this too.
Okay.
What?
Let's hear it.
Names were hard.
It was Sparkle Party, which is what the logo was made for, which is why
it was sort of what the
Why
logo was
didn't
made
it stay
for.
Sparkle Party? I like those.
In all
I like
honesty,
Sparkle Party.
I loved it, but we were gonna have a unicorn, with glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just selling it
Skater,
more. I don't understand where you're going with this.
You could be more specific than that, buddy.
Skater, I don't
make the logo.
He didn't want to be a bad
involved
team
a
that was
straw.
called Sparkle Party.
Anybody
That's why.
in this, no, Skater.
All right,
so the
logo and
unicorn.
name, just sell it for me. If we couldn't get that logo, I couldn't go with it.
Skater.
But also,
That's
we just
not
thought it'd be
why.
hilarious to beat Global Chem someday as a team named Sparkle Party.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys have
I think it'd be great.
a punny name. That was
It is punny.
Yeah, because my team before was the Colettos, and so that was a pun. and then I helped Pandemonium with their, getting started, and that was Pandemonium, and that's the best one.
We
right
lost
now.
against the
Cute.
Colettos
Those
once.
are fun names.
One time.
Back in season 9, I think
that one
you beat the
time.
Peacekeepers.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh
play them again.
yes. That one time we got to say we beat the Peacekeepers, and now they're just, rolling over everybody. But the
I'm like diamond
Peacekeepers,
tier or something.
you don't want to get beat by the Peacekeepers. They're the witch doctors now. Well,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys need to go back to the unicorn one, and let me just show it to you guys.
Of course.
I think I even mentioned it on your first cast that I was
You
like, look at their
did.
logo because it's Warfair. Hello. It's perfect.
So
I don't even know
the
why.
unicorn's actually supposed to be snorting a bunch of glitter. That's what Skater was failing to say.
Yeah, I didn't want to like go right out for that.
I'm
the
remaking
drug
it to
reference
do
there,
that,
but-
so we'll reintroduce
glitter,
it like
though.
that.
It's just
In the
glitter.
future, we will have a
Um,
unicorn snorting glitter. as
Side
our
note, here's
logo.
Panda.
Cocaine.
Nice.
Oh, that's a cute panda.
It is. It's wearing a little mayhem sweater,
Oh
drinking
my
a
gosh,
juice
I
box.
just noticed that.
Yeah, I think doesn't I think Animal House is like this, but I like cats and hats too. It's like they all their players have like
Animals.
avatars too. That
Yeah.
Skater, can you please make merch with like the unicorn? No, not the unicorn. The fuck.
merch.
I'm not make a sweatshirt.
Let's
I want to wear
finish
it.
season 10 first.
No, make it. I know. Just make a sweatshirt. I'll buy it like
Like
immediately.
a team
and I'll wear it.
shirt. Yeah, I'll put it on. I'll
Yeah.
put on a shirt for you.
I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna buy it like immediately.
Oh, look, we have
We
pandas in
need,
the chat.
like-
Hello, pandas.
We need in-game like insignias.
Yeah, you know what? For our team this season, the new team I joined, we didn't do any individual ones, and I kind of like it like that. So, but I do like we had that with the Colettos. Everyone had their own loadout heal, and who else does it? I think
G-Man.
Ember, they do some really cool background
Ember, yeah.
ones. So there are some cool ones. I think Dark Matter has like different color circles.
I think the
stuff like that.
Vikings do. I think they have do they have a different Viking first
Yeah.
person?
Oh
Something
yeah,
like
there are
that.
quite a bit of teams.
Yeah.
Delta Squad
I'm gonna do
fails
it.
to do it, but they're trying.
I think it's all
Oh,
Someone-
my gosh.
Someone wanted to prefix our team name in our like screen names, and I shot that down right away.
Thank you. Because
I think that was me.
Gladiator, everyone calls him Rome. Because he always plays with Rome and then Gladiator. And the same with
Oh.
Wilson, I always call him Delta.
You
That's
gotta
fine.
put it at the end, if anything.
I mean, it works for them. It's not me.
Oh yeah, no. You don't have to
I
like.
don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
have to
what
be
would you
sweet
do
about it.
otherwise?
I'm a caster. I'm just saying like it's hard to say it. I mean, do whatever you want. You're right, but thank you for not doing that. Now I gotta say, I cast Spaces Aces, and I always say that I'm like hands down they are just like the nicest players in the league, and they are. If you've ever like talked
Yeah.
with Buttermaster and Fozzie when he was playing in the league, they're just fantastic people. But you guys are really nice
Yeah.
too, and that's what I hear all the time.
Yeah.
Are you guys really this nice? I see Brock's
Yeah.
not talking a lot.
Yep,
Maybe he's
pretty
got an
much.
attitude.
No, I'm just generally quiet and wait till it's my turn most of the time. I don't know.
He's
Very
just
No, I
being
polite.
QT. Don't.
It helps.
Yeah, I'm just.
It helps. It's also fun to just get a like I mean, you got to be nice to like get a good relationship with the team going.
Yeah.
Too. And I think it's more fun to play against a team that you're like kind of friends with too,
Mhm.
because I don't know. I think it's just like camaraderie. You know, it's like if you're gonna win or lose, it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
It's because you're
So
just like it's kind of like one of your friends. Just like it doesn't matter. It's just the game.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
like we just played boss fight, and a lot of the times our team chat was off, even though we were competing. It was just we were like would laugh in between or get back in. So yeah, I totally agree. I mean that can't be the case all the time because part of fun is the competitiveness. But yes, I do like that. And speaking of which, for those of you who are watching, tomorrow Onward will be on the Quest. We're excited. Yes,
we got
because
celebration matches.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go!
We
yeah,
do have
because-
matches scheduled for that.
Oh,
We have a. They were going against Globo, right?
we're
Tomorrow, yeah.
excited. So
Yeah.
who has a quest? Who here has a quest?
I have a
Uh,
quest.
I've got one.
Wherever she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Getting one shipped.
I am excited to see how it works on the Quest, but I'm more excited about bringing in new people. So do you guys have any plans? Do you have any friends that you're thinking of bringing in, or?
I actually, one of my friends, he actually just got all his PC parts today. He's always wanted to play Onward, but his PC has never been able to run it, and he finally decided to get in PC parts and like building one. So I'm helping him build it tomorrow, and he's gonna play Onward. So
they dropped they also dropped the graphics card requirements. I think it was down. It's down to minimum specs are the 1050 GTX, and I have.
Oh my gosh!
My friend,
I
was at 2060.
The first person.
Skater, you know someone who's gonna maybe start playing after the
three people.
Yeah,
the first person on Warfair, other than Sneeze, was a friend of mine from my hometown, but he has a 1050 graphics card, and it was like unplayable for him. So I just gave him the news recently that he can start again. And then I have two friends with Quests, so they're
that's really
they're gonna
cool.
have to start playing, or if they want to stop hearing from me.
So, I know. I always tell people, you can ask the League players too. I'm like, please, someone just like, if your wife or girlfriend or mom or sister wants to play, like, I will send you my extra spare part. I played on a what was it? What was the other graphics card? A 1060, 3 gigabytes. That's what I played on.
I had a 1060. I gave it to my brother though.
You're so
That's
nice.
a good story.
Lipinski's asking, if you guys did have custom team avatars, what would you choose? So it would obviously have to be like, something fairy.
Broccoli, obviously a piece of.
I would
No one eats broccoli at the fair. What?
A sparkly broccoli.
Sparkly broccoli.
Right.
Okay.
A sparkly.
Broccoli with some nice shiny cheese on it. It'll be sparkling.
I don't think that works.
A broccoli
I don't think it
corn.
makes it better. I mean, it does actually make it better. Like broccoli with cheese. Is
Mine would
amazing.
definitely have something related to a chicken nugget.
Yep.
You guys are missing the point. It's Warfare. It's gonna be related to.
But to
warfare.
like that sparkly donkey unicorn
It would be
thing.
an infantry nugget.
We would let
Yes!
Sneeze come up with all of it for us.
Mine would
I
be
know. I have like a
Canadian
sparkle
unicorn.
gun. Just like I have like sunglasses on with a sparkle gun.
All of the guns are filled with crayons.
You have to you have to think about what you're known for too, and maybe that can be a part of it.
Oh,
as well.
shield player.
I'm known for letting Sneeze make my decisions for me.
Yep. There we
That's
go.
nice.
Known for getting
like the-
0 kills per map.
Huh? Whatever. It was strategic.
That's hilarious. I do see Theta in the chat, and I did want to mention, as we are going to be welcoming new players, Theta, if you could drop the link in the chat here. He makes tutorial videos for new players. Phantoms, they also just made one as well. The Phantoms are awesome. They do community events too. But there are a lot of teams that are just waiting to welcome new players. So I know that there's a lot of people who now cannot have any excuses. We're gonna go play with the guys that upload. We're gonna bring in other people on our team from VRespawn and the Hive to come and play. So get ready for it. And we're gonna bring you in and welcome you at the fair. Basically, this is gonna be the ambassador team at the moment. Who else? Animal House. They're always fun and welcoming. Most of the teams are actually. Now that I think about it, so
we're pretty.
I can't wait for all the new
welcoming. Or I am at least. I love just trying to help. Well,
What sucks?
I love jumping in and just trying to give some guidance to people who want it, in pubs and stuff.
What sucks is sometimes when I try to help people, like I see new people and I'm not that bad, so I'll try and help them, but then they'll be like, "Dude, you don't sound like you're that good at it," because I'm a kid, and then I start like stomping them, and they're like, "No, it's funny."
Yeah,
I'm picturing Crispy physically doing that because I could definitely see that happening in the game.
I did it
earlier, and I
earlier.
got shot in the face.
I'm trying to think.
It was disappointing.
There's a player who isn't on a team, and he's younger, and every time I'm in a lobby with him, I forget his name, but maybe someone else can remember it. But he's
I always
younger.
remember Cruz.
Yeah, he's
younger.
He's always like, yes, ma'am, whatever you say, blah blah blah. And he's so definitely. Actually, I always think the younger players are going to be better. The younger players on my team, I feel, are they have better reaction times. They're not getting old like some people my age would be getting.
I
Yeah.
played way too much Rainbow Six Siege. I have way too good of a reaction time. It's a problem.
There's a
It's a
couple
good thing.
there's a couple 9 and 10-year-olds floating around pubs and shooting ranges, so you can go in some shooting ranges and find some kids that can like
Yeah.
barely walk.
I think
Yeah, no.
no.
This is all I see in a shooting range.
Oh, wow.
There's like 2 or 3 guys starting like a cult. 3 guys on the mountain with like the hill and everything. They're trying to cover that. 2 guys actually trying to shoot, and then there's like you and like one of your friends just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
He said the F word.
Crispy language. I'm
No.
always telling him. I'm always telling him.
It's
My
okay.
parents
sitting-
don't care
we're
as
sitting
long as I
here-
don't do it in front of them.
Dude, we're
Yeah,
sitting here
just
on,
in front of
on like
the, 10
speakerphone
people
in
watching.
Discord, and my
Yeah.
son's sitting over there
Yeah.
like 10 feet away, and I'm letting you do it.
A reminder not to cuss during
I'm
casting
sorry.
matches as
I
well.
gotta play a dad here, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I think a lot.
I'm teasing you.
Well, 'cause we have a few parents. Well, Hailfire is a new parent.
Yep.
In the league.
I sent him balloons.
Oh, did you? That's very nice of you.
Yeah, because he was so excited, and I knew before, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to go and celebrate." I like celebrating with the league. When it's your birthday, I like to make a fuss over people.
Oh, it's cool. It's fun getting to know more teams. Like I think we got a connection. We got a lot of connections now with different teams. I don't think it's really thanks to me much. Like I'll even message teams captains, and then they'll just message object back for some reason.
Yeah.
That
Like,
sounds
everyone
accurate.
Everyone knows who object is. He's like a celeb here. So
He is. Let's guess who he is. Don't.
I've been trying to
Luck.
do that for a very long
He's
time.
a
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
celebrity
been
with a
working on it.
voice changer. If you heard his real voice, you'd know who he is.
I'm
That-
Lindsay
that's my
Lohan.
theory.
That's what it
I
is.
knew it.
I'm Lindsay Lohan.
I thought we already ruled that one out.
No.
Oh, I'm sure there's
No?
certain ways we can figure this out, guys. Like we can
He-
maybe.
We already established he's Tilda
Yeah.
Swinton because
We
she
have a
is a
list.
chameleon. She
Yes.
can be anyone. She played that old man in Suspiria. You never know
Mm-hmm.
where she's gonna pop up, and she's on our team.
Isn't she
He's
taller
got a
though?
voice mod all the time.
There, you guys. Mark Zuckerberg plays Echo.
Oh,
He's
Nice.
Good
the
for
best.
him.
There's a
I
lot
wonder
of
if he-
I
celebrities
don't.
that go in and play things. Believe it or not.
Well, I mean, Oculus kind of made Echo VR, didn't they?
It's their
Yeah,
jam. It's their jam for sure.
Yeah,
but-
and then they're connected to Facebook.
Facebook owns Oculus, and Oculus heavily sponsored the development of Echo. So
Where's this going? Oh,
and Mark Zuckerberg
connection.
owns Facebook.
yeah.
I was
Well,
trying to figure out.
no.
like,
We're
the
talking about
point
celebrities
we were
that
trying
play
to make.
in
That
VR
makes
because
sense.
they can be anonymous and they can talk with people and not be bothered and stuff. So, it's like the.
I feel really bad because
Why?
I made this comment a long time ago that like there's no famous actors playing Onward. Those kind of people aren't in a game like this, and Object
there
was
are
like
famous
passionately
people.
defending that. And I felt really, really bad.
No.
So,
Well, I wonder if
I don't
they're
think I
ever
was
sitting there when
passionate
people are
defending
not
that.
saying the very
Hello,
nice thing,
we have
and then they
Theta
speak up
in the
about
crowd
themselves.
here.
love your videos, Theta.
meaning, oh yeah, the videos.
Theta is
yeah.
a celebrity.
No, we do.
Smoils, like, come on, he's total celebrity. No.
We had team movie night, Theta, and we watched
We
one of
did.
your
Yeah,
videos.
you were the feature.
Oh yeah.
I'm never
Or
able
your
to stay
tilt.
up late enough for movie nights.
Oh,
Aw.
that's awesome. Yeah, Lipinski played with Shroud on yeah, he he did like it. He's coming back for it. So lots of people will be coming in. Well, thank you, Warfair. We're at the top of the hour, and I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me because, as you know, I've been stalking your team and getting cast in for you guys because you are. It's amazing. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You cast their first game and then you watch them just continue to kick ass. Like, it's been such a treat. Seriously, like all of you guys across the board, like add something special to the team. So hope you guys just keep it up and stay together. And then just grow that. Unless any of you guys want to come. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You stay together, be Warfare.
Never know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard Dyslexic was like gonna go play for Global.
Yeah, I saw that you were applying.
Are you
I was so
submitting
hyped
your
for that
application
clutch.
from
Yeah.
that cap?
Yeah, that was good. That was a really, really good play, and I will put that at this end of the season highlights. So that's for all of you out there. If you have good clips, please send them my way. I will store them for when we do the end of the season recaps. But for the next few weeks, we will be testing the quest. We will be welcoming new players, so please join us. Just put it on. I think it's like what, $25 to play, and you get to hang out with all these cool celebrities here, right? And
All of
go
us
to the
will be
fair.
on tomorrow.
Yeah.
The kid celebrity.
The
Of
children's
course.
celebrity, of course,
Yeah.
the all-stars. Maybe you'll get knifed by one of them.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Probably.
I'll be
yeah.
sitting in a corner waiting
Most
for you to come
likely.
around, and I'll sneak behind you and be like,
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much
make that
just like
face too. I've seen it.
Absolutely. I'm rooting for you. And we will be actually getting back. This is the first episode back for this season for The Buzz. But The Buzz is a show not just for Onward. We do interview other teams from other games, as well as there are a variety of esports games, and Echo is also on the Quest. But if you are familiar with our VRespawn show, we used to do recap shows 2 seasons ago, where we're going to merge The Buzz with VRespawn so that we can do recaps. And then we're also going to introduce segments with Pesky Cashew, who is a fellow competitor for other games. He's a dangler for Space Junkies, and he's going to come on and talk about different games that he tries out that are getting ready to be esports ready. He's going to give his take on it. And if you have any ideas, please let us know. We're always looking to collaborate with the community, get content out there. It's everyone's just kind of working together. Really, that's how VR is, and it's a very special community. So I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm glad you guys are as well. Thank you, everyone, for coming out in the chat. And everyone, just smile, because I'm going to take a screenshot of this later. You too, Object.
You can't see it, but I'm doing it.
You,
He's doing it.
I will verbally
See it through that
smile.
plaster.
good. Verbally,
Verbally smile.
Smiling.
Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining us, and everyone have a good night.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Vivian,
having
thanks so
us.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's fun.
Good night.
Night, guys.